ready? All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday, October 5, 2021 Urbandale City Council meeting. I will call the meeting to order and ask Nicole to take roll call, please.
Carberry Montgomery. Here. Caduce.
Here.
Obrecht.
Here.
Russell.
Here.
Hoagie.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Caden, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you like to lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance? Sure. All right. Caden's our Boy Scout in the room tonight, so why don't you come up front and center here, and you can, we'll take your lead. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you, Caden. Urbandale's a national leader in character counts, endeavoring at all times to promote and model the principles of trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. In conducting tonight's meeting, we expect that all participants will act in a respectful manner consistent with these principles. Item 2 is to approve the agenda. I'll ask for a motion in a second.
So moved.
Motion by Pogge, second by Caduce. Discussion, please vote. That passes. Item 3 is citizens forum. This is the opportunity to address the council on something that's not a part of tonight's agenda. Is there anyone who would like to address the council tonight? Vern, you had mentioned? Okay, all right. Is there anyone else like to address the council? That's not a part of, it's something that's not a part of tonight's agenda. All right, we will move on. Item 4, the adoption of minutes for the September 20, 2021 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Russell, second by Obrecht. Discussion, please vote. Passed. Yep, that passes. Thank you. Item 5 is the consent agenda. We have 8 items for approval.
I'll move the consent agenda.
Motion by Caduce. Second. Second by Pogge. Discussion, please vote. That passes. Item 6, public hearings. We have one public hearing. Item 6.1, the public hearing for the 170th Street paving project from Meredith Drive to the Waterford Road. The public notice for this was published in the September 17, 2021 Des Moines Register. Ask the clerk for their objections to that notice is published.
There were none.
Ask for a motion to second open the public hearing.
Move to open the public hearing.
Motion by Obrecht, second by Carberry Montgomery. Discussion, please vote. That passes. And introducing this is our Director of Engineering and Public Works, John Larson. John.
Hey, good evening, Mayor, members of council. This is our public hearing on condemnation of properties for our 170th Street paving project, Meredith Drive to Waterford Road. That project will reconstruct 170th Street from Meredith Drive to Waterford Road and approximately 1/4 mile of Meredith Drive to complete, and Meredith Drive from 156th Street west to 170th Street. Both of these roads will be reconstructed as 4-lane roadways with left turn lanes at major intersections. It'll also include grading and storm sewer construction. This project will be financed and constructed for a public purpose. And tonight we are requesting authorization for the condemnation of 2 properties. The first property is located at 16707 Meredith Drive and is owned by James Fisher. We're looking to acquire 1.74 acres of right-of-way. Of that, 0.95 acres is an existing roadway easement, and the net would be 0.79 acres. And then we are also looking to acquire 0.04 acres of permanent storm sewer easement and 0.83 acres of temporary easement. On the map here, we have 170th Street here on the left, Meredith Drive on the bottom. Outlined in yellow is the entire James Fisher property, just kind of show you where that is at. And then our other property is an agricultural property that's located in the southwest quarter of Section 14, Township 79 North, Range 26 West. It is owned by the Fisher Living Trust and is located just to the north of the James Fisher property. We're looking to acquire 0.05 acres of permanent storm sewer easement and 1.01 acres of temporary easement. So to kind of show you where that property is, it's located in blue. As I said, just north of the James Fisher property. We're still working with both property owners, hoping we can come to a resolution, but if that can't, we're asking the council tonight for concurrence to move forward with the condemnation process with both of these properties. And with that, I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you, John. Any questions for John from the council?
So with this, I guess, the 170th Street piece specifically, is this to be able to make 170th Street 4 lanes all the way through piece?
Correct.
Okay, so, and we just need 0.05 acres to make that happen?
I'm on which, I gotta go back. Just storm sewer easement. We already have the right of way on 170th. We have our full 120 feet. So again, I believe there's 4 small storm sewer easements and then some temporary easement for grading.
Okay.
Any other questions for John?
I just want to appreciate all the hard work that everyone in the engineering and the legal department have put into this project. It's going to improve safety significantly in the northwest part of our community.
All right, we are in public hearing on this item. Would anyone like to address the council on this item? Okay, John?
Okay, for the record, John Hollebrand, 4217 86th Street. Anyway, as a member of the city's capital improvements committee, I've long been an advocate of fixing Alice's Road. Finally, we're getting some motion there. Wonderful. I'll just echo Bridget's comments here. Long overdue. Glad to see it happening.
All right, thank you, John. Is there anyone else like to address the council on this item? All right, seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close the public hearing.
Motion by Carberry Montgomery.
Second.
Second by Pogge. Discussion, please vote. All right, that passes. We have one item for consideration.
I move to approve council letter 6844.
Okay, motion by Pogge.
Second.
Second by Carberry Montgomery. Discussion, please vote. And that passes. All right, moving on to item 7. We have one planning and zoning item, item 7.1, which is the Urban Hills Plat 3 revised preliminary plat at 163rd Street and Ironwood Lane. And introducing this is our Community Development Director, Steve Franklin. Steve.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. This is a, oh, hang on one second here. Okay, this is a preliminary plat for the next phase of Urban Hills, located north of Waterford Road, immediately west of Walnut Creek. It's an extension of 163rd Street. The original preliminary plat was approved back in 2015 for this. The reason it's coming back through as a preliminary plat is they did add one lot. Originally, plat 3 was going to consist of 26 single-family detached lots. If that would have stayed the same, they could have gone directly to the final plat. But they did add the one additional lot for now a total of 27 lots. So it needs to come back through as a preliminary plat first. All the lots, per the conditions of rezoning, have a minimum width of 75 feet. The total area of the plat outlined here that you can see is about 35.5 acres, and there are going to be 2 street connections, as I mentioned, just a northerly extension of 163rd Street up to the creek, and then Ironwood Lane will connect over eventually into Waterford Landing Plat 8. So P&Z does recommend approval, subject to items noted. Be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you, Steve. Any questions for Steve on this item? All right, Todd,
Oh,
go ahead.
you ready? I'll move council letter 6850.
Okay, motion by Caduce. Second by Pogie. Discussion, please vote. That passes. Item 8, regular agenda items. We have one for tonight. It's the engineering services agreement for the 64th Street and Douglas Avenue storm sewer. And John, do you have a presentation or just answer any questions? Okay. John will answer any questions if there are.
I guess just financing wise, any of our new federal COVID funds eligible to be used on this?
As of right now, since we're just starting the CIP process, we really haven't gone into how the funding of this will move forward. Also, a part of it is just to get us far enough to apply for the grant and then see where it goes from there as well.
For the engineering services cost, I didn't know if that could come out of the new COVID, the 6 million COVID funds that we've got sitting there doing nothing.
I do not believe so at this point. Let me double check here.
Okay.
Find that memo quick.
That might be a follow-up for Nikki
Yeah,
later.
like you said, yeah, as of right now, we have not designated the funds for that.
Okay.
Just real quick, do you know what the total grant that we're applying for is for?
We're looking somewhere in the neighborhood to $1 million and $1.5 million. We haven't really fine-tuned that yet, but that's our initial kind of discussions is they feel comfortable somewhere in that range we should be able to obtain.
Oh, great, good.
All right. Anything further? Ask for a motion in a second.
I'd move approval of council letter 6846.
Motion by Pogie,
Second.
second by Caduce. Discussion, please vote. And that passes. That takes us to the end of our lengthy agenda. Ron?
The only thing I have is I note that we have our assistant city manager in attendance today, and I want to compliment you on the length of the meeting. You did very well.
Bridget?
I just wanted to point out that the Urbandale Food Pantry is one of the identified charities on the Target app for this quarter. And that's pretty exciting opportunity. It's not a huge amount of money, but it's an opportunity. If you have the Target app, you can go in and use your votes to go towards the food pantry. You may not know anything about it, but if you have the Target app, it's in there, and they all add up. The last time I followed was Eat Greater Des Moines, and they ended up with well over $1,000 for just people hit and click a few times after they go to Target. So I think that's exciting that one of our local nonprofits is in the running. It's not even in the running, it's selected, so it will get some money, but just help spread the word. Derek knows all about it too.
Is that something that'll be on social media we can share? Oh, okay, thank you.
I love it when we can put Derek on the spot. That's all I had.
All right. Thank you, Bridget. Oops, Adam?
I'll look for the tutorial later.
Yeah, you bring it over
To do
here and
that.
I'll show you exactly how to do it.
So, and then thanks to the mayor for providing pancakes and a reason for my family to get on bikes this past weekend, and didn't do the full route. We kind of deviated off and just stopped at our house. But the mayor's bike ride for the distance that we took as a family. So,
You didn't have to admit that.
full disclosure.
No, appreciate the short agenda, and if that's the reason that the city manager's on vacation, then maybe we should give him more vacations.
In full disclosure, on the mayor's bike ride, I participated from Austin, Texas on an electric scooter, but I was glad to participate just the same. And at the last meeting, We've had a date change to our Endow Urbandale grant presentations. I sent an email around to everybody, but it's November 4th. That's a Thursday at 5:30 at the Giovanetti Shelter. The namesake, EJ may be there as well. So, but we'll be giving out our grants and just thanking all of our donors for Endow Urbandale. Around $30,000 worth of grants. Actually, and all the organizations that received them will be finding out here in the next week or so. But come help us celebrate. That'll be November 4th.
Thank you, Adam. I'll just, put in another plug for the Mayor's Bike Ride. We had a good turnout. It was beautiful weather. I did do the full long route, so I got my exercise in. And this Saturday, this Sunday is Run for the Badge. And that's to support the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. And you can still sign up. There's a link on the police department webpage. I also have a link, I think, on my Facebook page. So make sure to sign up for that. It should be good weather. And all the proceeds for that will be, we have a team, Justin Martin. All the proceeds for that will be put in Justin's name toward the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. So good way to get out and get some exercise and to honor Justin as well. So I think that's all I have for tonight. So I will ask for a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Does 16 minutes set a record?
That's not a record. I think about 11 minutes is.
I think you're right.
I think we could have done it in 11.